So I had Dr. Gadsad on the show last week, and yeah, he was really on it. And
oh man,
it's great because he kind of walks this interesting line where he's a professor at a university that's basically, I joke to him, your university is shadow banning you. And he's like, yeah, they are. But he walks a fine line. He's got a great personality, which maybe allows him to kind of poke fun and make his points. But yeah, I mean, he understands the problems with academia. My daughter just went to school in Boston. So I asked him advice, like, how do I make sure she doesn't get indoctrinated? And we had a long conversation about this. So yeah, you'll love that episode.
What did he say? Because let me tell you something. When they infect your brain, you're screwed. The love of money is the root of all evil. I'm going, give me a break. Give me a break. Why don't they teach us about money instead? What about the ignorance of money? What's that costing us? What happens when you have a criminal like this guy Biden in charge of the U.S. government? How can the guy open the southern border, let 4.9 million people stream across with fentanyl and drugs and sex and all this stuff? And then we wonder why our homelessness goes up. Well, maybe it's because our drug problem is going up, you idiots. And how come San Francisco, the most beautiful city on earth at one time, has now you got to watch where you step because there's human feces all over the place. And that's what happens when you're a liberal Marxist commie pinko. It makes me sick. And people, oh, let's defund the police. I said, you want to defund the police? Knock yourself out. It's crazy. It's nuts what we're teaching.
It's nuts to watch what's happening over there. You mentioned this a couple times. I'm going to ask you, your good friend Trump is running for election. There's all this talk of them trying to arrest him and indict him. And then, of course, obviously, Ron DeSantis is running as well. What do you make of the whole situation? Well, with Trump and the arrest, what do you make of all that? And what are their chances against Biden?
Well, talk about a media savvy guy, huh? Trump. Is that boy media savvy? He tells the world they're going to arrest me. If they arrest him, he's president. You know what I mean?
Elon tweeted that the other day, and it was the first time I saw it in black and white, and I was like, that's a really good point. And Trump was like, I'm not going in the back door. You got to cuff me and stuff me and walk me down the front. And
he'll do the perp walk.
Yeah, that's very media savvy because most people would think that's political suicide, but he knows better.
No, he knows. And America right now is on edge, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it looks like
most of us, there's about 30% of us who really hate what's going on. And the other people want to send their kids to school to become communists. It makes no sense to me. And look at student loan debt, Brian. The most onerous type of debt possible. Who brought that to us? Oh, Barack Obama. You know what I mean? And, Barack is the only reason Biden is there is because he's holding position for Michelle Obama to become the first black female president. Oh, my God. Romania looks pretty good to me today.
Do you think Trump's going to win?
I'd vote for him. The trouble with Trump, he and I have the same problem. Open mouth, insert foot.
What do you think of Ron DeSantis? I saw an interview with him the other night on Piers Morgan, and I like him.
Yeah, I nobody listen because Don's two son, Don Jr. and Eric Trump, we're good friends because we're politically incorrect hunters. We go to Africa all the time together. I've spent days on a tropical island with those two boys. No running water, no toilets, no food. You get to know two young men very well. They're definitely not Hunter Biden. You know what I mean? They're great young men. I mean, they're fabulous young men. So I said, why doesn't your father and DeSantis just join teams? So Trump's got 4 more years. DeSantis has 8. That's 12 years we take back control of our country. And as you know, the Donald will open his mouth again and insert and he's got a big foot. He'll keep inserting it. But that's why people love him. Do you know what I mean? They love him and hate for it.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public. And he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast. It's going to be bloody. It's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. The greedy bankers are about to do it again. In 2008, they crashed our financial system and nearly bankrupted the entire global economy. Then they received trillions of dollars in government bailouts. And after, they demanded fat bonuses paid for by you, the taxpayer.
It turns out the banks haven't just been screwing the American taxpayers, they're also screwing over their investors. Turns out the banking industry is the worst place you could put your money, despite enormous taxpayer bailouts.
Now the bankers are back to take away your financial freedom. They lie and tell you that cryptocurrency isn't safe. They try to make it illegal for you to choose how to invest your hard-earned money. They lie and say cryptocurrency is used by money launderers and criminals. But look at the record. It's the banks themselves that launder hundreds of billions of dollars every year to the biggest criminal operations in the world.
Leaked documents have revealed how some UK banks have helped criminals, money launderers and Russians under sanctions.
American authorities discovered that the Sinaloa cartel moved $881 million through HSBC accounts as bank officials turned a blind eye to the illegality.
The bankers lie and say cryptocurrency is not a real investment. Meanwhile, the smartest CEOs in the world are buying billions and billions of it. The truth is that banks lie about cryptocurrency because it makes them scared. The banks take $9 trillion per year of your hard-earned money, and they are worried that they will finally be exposed. They're scared because crypto means they can no longer control your money, which means they can no longer control you. They are scared because you might actually understand your money and intelligently decide what to do with it. Now is the time for us to come together, fight back, and take control. It's time to educate ourselves, our families, and our communities. Because financial education means financial freedom. We know that cryptocurrencies will help us build the new decentralized financial system of the future. A banking system that is of the people, by the people, and for the people. A banking system where access to finance is a fundamental human right. A banking system that is free and fair and welcomes all humans on this earth. The DeFi revolution is happening. We, the people, can no longer be fooled. We choose to take control of our finances. We choose to take control of our freedom. We choose to take control of our future. Join us, and let's take back our financial freedom forever.